Spring, Astana. My supervisor from my college shared a document called Seoul in our WhatsApp group. It was for students interested in an internship program in Korea and confident in their English skills. At first, I ignored it. I didn't think my English was good enough. But later, I checked the list again and noticed that some of the people who had signed up seemed less confident in English than I was. That's when I thought, if they are so confident in their skills, why am I not? So I added my name. A few weeks later, I was invited for an interview in English. I was sure they wouldn't choose me, so I went mainly for the experience. Then, on Monday morning at work internship, I got a voice message. It was my supervisor. She said they chose me. I couldn't believe it. A few minutes later, my mom called. She was in happy disbelief. That's when I realized my life was actually changing. This is the butterfly effect. One small decision can change everything. So, even if you are unsure, try anyway. If you do nothing, your chances are always zero. But if you try, even a tiny chance is still a chance. That's how my college sent me to South Korea as Kazakhstan's representative for an internship in web programming and design. At the time, I was studying computer science at the High Polytechnic College in Astana. Another student from a parallel group was selected as well. Then came months of paperwork, waiting for documents from Korea and embassy submissions. Finally, my visa was approved. It was my first time leaving Kazakhstan and my first flight ever. I still remember sitting on the plane, realizing everything around me felt completely new. Ooh, my stomach, we're flying, a massive piece of metal in the sky. Ooh. We're turning. Oh my god, this is actually really good. Cheese and turkey sandwich, we shared it. And we landed in Almaty. The flight was calm and smooth. Everything is so blue. We have boarded the plane to Incheon, a bigger aircraft this time, 2 seats, then 3, then 2. I can't believe I'm in a foreign country. Why so neat? Why so clean? Luggage is coming? You just grab yours. Just remember what it looks like. This one hers, this one mine. In Incheon, we were met by our supervisor and Korean teacher, Mr. Lee. We're going to the dorm. This place looks like Instagram everywhere. Why is everything so saturated? It's like someone turned the color up. Oh, there's the city. Oh my god. It feels like a dream. Unreal but real. We stopped at the shopping mall on the way. Mr. Lee ordered food for us. I have no idea how I'm supposed to eat this. It's something completely new for me. And the view from here. I even forgot they use chopsticks here. I had no idea how to use them. The dorm I stayed in wasn't perfect, but compared to dorms in Kazakhstan, it felt almost like a hotel. This is my spot. I already made it mine. This is the girls' floor. They even have balconies. Lucky them. There's another section here, and that's the shower. Yeah, it's actually warm today. Yeah, that's how I walk. There's this machine with a red circle. You step inside and it scans you somehow. It shows 36 and 6 by temperature. In Asian countries like Japan and Korea, you have to change your shoes and walk around campus in slippers. I didn't like the amount of insects. There were a lot of them, both inside the building and in Korea in general. I got used to it over time. Those green bugs kept coming into our room and just dying, probably from the spray we used to kill insects. In winter, it could get cold, but the heated floor saved everything. One of the best things was strong 5G Wi-Fi all over the dorm. They also provided laundry detergent and fabric softener, and meals were included at the institute. So my expenses were basically just clothes when needed, and the occasional late-night snack. I'd just take some bread, add cheese, sausages, and warm it all up. And this is the final result.
You ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. My sleeve.
This is the Korean flag, and this is ours. I studied at the Seoul Institute of Technology and Education, Nambu campus. That's the entrance, this is the main building. I come out through here, that's the exit to the city, and there's this slope here, and over there is a football field. I don't really like football. This is the cafeteria, that's where you get food, and there are utensils over there. Here are sanitizers and gloves. The dorm is called
기숙사.
There is a field where you can play tennis or badminton. I've already played there. That's a Korean game where one person closes their eyes, turns away and counts. When she finishes, she turns back and everyone has to freeze. If someone moves, she catches them. It's pretty cool. There are different levels here. The trees are different too. Kind of unusual. I've never seen some of them before. It gets a bit cold in the evenings. What a view. Mountains everywhere. But there's one flaw. The urinals are right here. Looks normal at first. But there's a corridor, so everyone can see everything. Girls had a partition though. So how did the studies go? In the morning we had Korean language classes, and in the afternoon web programming or design. Different days were Photoshop, Illustrator, HTML, CSS, and later JavaScript was added. Honestly, the program felt outdated. Photoshop projects felt like something from 2009, HTML was taught from old textbooks, and JavaScript was barely covered. We only learned a few simple animation scripts, and that was it. Illustrator was slightly more interesting. The only really useful thing for me was learning Korean. Before the trip, I knew nothing, but there I learned to read, write, and use basic expressions.
아주.
Bless you. Another good thing was HTML. I got faster at writing code and navigating tags. Overall, the program was aimed at beginners, so with my college background, it felt too easy. Classes were in English, but with a catch. The Korean language teachers spoke English perfectly, but the programming and design teachers barely spoke. They solved it by writing in Korean and using a projector with a live translator, and we just read the English translation. Don't get me wrong, it was cute. They spoke basic English. Our group was very international. Students from Mexico, Colombia, Kenya, Bhutan, Papua New Guinea, and Indonesia.
It's not cake, it's pie.
Yeah, it's but I mean it's made of flour. Yes, it's made of flour.
Кейк это торт.
Cake to торт.
The institute organized different activities for us. For example, there was a welcoming day, where each group talked about their home country and performed a creative act.
We are Kazakhstan team. This is Kazakhstan, located in Central Asia.
At the end of the semester, we had a task to design a poster of our country using Adobe tools, the same ones we were being taught. There was also a cooking day. Each country prepared something of its own. Mexicans. A lot. Look at this.
Favorite, Dustin, your
Indonesia. Oh my god. A lot.
Oh, no way. Gonna burn everything, bro. Chef Dustin, remember that bread?
I don't know what to do.
It's crispy. I see.
It's him.
Honestly, I wouldn't have prepared a damn thing without my classmate.
Okay.
Sometimes the teachers organize traditional game days. Or we had movie nights, watching Korean and international films. And our favorite Mr. Lee often treated us to snacks. I lived with a guy from Indonesia, kind and fun.
Minimize the browser.
Why?
What is that? Let me see. Everything. Yeah. Show the wallpaper, dude.
Overall, the programs like this are really useful. They broaden your perspective and help you grow, learn new cultures, languages and places. I studied in a small city called GUNPO. It's a cozy, modern place, about an hour from central Seoul by subway. Unlike Seoul, where foreigners are almost everywhere, GUNPO felt like a real Korean city, mostly lived in by locals. We usually shopped at E-Mart supermarkets, and there were convenience stores on every corner. 7-Eleven, GS25, CU and another.
10 seconds, bro.
Another popular place was the Latte Fit-in Shopping, an entertainment center. It had everything from a Samsung store to my favorite Daiso. I still miss that chain. You could find almost anything there for under 5,000 won. There was also an HASSLA buffet restaurant in the same building. We were invited there right after the official student introduction. That's where I tried shrimp for the first time. Honestly, not really my thing. Finally, I think I was waiting for a minute, maybe two. A small city, GUNPO, and here everything is constantly being rebuilt and updated. The road here was actually fine, but they still rebuilt it because, in their opinion, it wasn't good enough. Let me finally film Sunbon properly with a good camera. My favorite small city. This is its center. That's the train station. Another feature of GUNPO is Mount Surisan, which rises right next to the city. The hike wasn't easy. Heat and cold at the same time. You get tired quickly, and without stamina, it's tough. What surprised me most was that mostly elderly Koreans were hiking, and the view from the top over the city is truly breathtaking. Even though it was a small town, surprisingly there was a cat cafe. That cat keeps trying to get out of here. What's wrong with its tail? It's actually really short. Calm down. That's my drink. Looks like an alcoholic, right? And another one popped up. Where did they even come from? Yeah, chillin', my guy. Look at that fat bot. They're so chummy. They eat so much, it's crazy. But they don't really do anything. They just walk, eat, sleep and repeat. What are these proportions? This place seems to be his favorite. This drunk-looking cat actually has two different eyes. Like many other Korean cities, GUNPO was full of PC방. It's a whole different kind of experience. Powerful PCs, comfortable chairs, good devices, phone charging, and even the option to order food straight to your desk from the computer. Perfect! I would live there! A bit about Koreans from my experience. In everyday life, most people I saw were doing quite well financially. It's a very tech-driven society, and flagship iPhones or Samsung devices were everywhere. Budget phones were rare in my environment. One thing that stood out to me was how well people take care of their appearance. Everyone looks neat, well-groomed, and dresses with attention to detail. Culturally, people were generally polite and respectful. There is a clear idea of not disturbing others and keeping things comfortable for everyone. Overall, they came across to me as calm, reserved, and very considerate in public life. Oh god, I really need a haircut. There is a white hair sticking out. I'll put it out later. I have never looked this Korean before. I got my hair cut by a Korean woman. They are so beautiful. It should be illegal to be this good looking. It cost 13,000 won. That's cheaper than usual. I'm going the wrong way. I just told the stylist to do whatever she thinks fits me. But of course, it's not all positive. Like in Japan and even back home in Kazakhstan, social pressure can be intense. There are expectations about how you should behave. Studies are demanding and work can be even more demanding. There's also constant pressure to meet other people's expectations. All of this can create a great deal of stress. It often feels like being good isn't enough. You're expected to be the best. In school, you're expected to achieve top results. At work, dedication and long hours are often highly valued. South Korea has long struggled with one of the highest suicide rates among developed countries. Korean cuisine is a completely different world. Instead of bread, almost everything is eaten with rice. Excuse me, can I get a piece of bread? Be prepared. Food is either spicy enough to make you cry or surprisingly bland. And Koreans really love sweets. Out of everything I tried, I only truly fell in love with a few dishes. Tonkatsu, chicken mayo, rapoki and kimbap. The pizza is heavenly, that's honey and that's chicken, expensive but insanely good. But when it comes to convenience store food, the selection is huge and the quality is excellent. He's climbing out. Should I tell them their crab is escaping? Yo! Almost every weekend I went to Seoul. I managed to visit most of the major attractions and attend various events. The institute also organized trips and cultural activities for us. For example, we visited the Seoul Museum of History, where I learned that before the creation of awesome Hangul alphabet, Koreans used Chinese characters. After that, we went up Namsangol Tower. The first time the city was hidden by fog, but on our second visit, we saw Seoul at night. Bright, dynamic.
Modern, fresh, clean, beautiful.
We also visited Dongdaemun Design Plaza, the famous building by Zaha Hadid. There was an exhibition called The Future Now, dedicated to modern architecture and design. In the traditional Namsangol Hanok village, we stepped back in time. Wooden houses, the atmosphere of old Korea. Look at me, looking stylish in traditional clothes. It's a bit hot, but really beautiful.
안녕하세요. 예뻐요. 아주 예뻐요. 저는 한국 남자예요.
Time's up, they took the outfit back. It really makes you feel like a diplomat. Another interesting exhibition was SK Telecom's Highland. It showcased a vision of a future city, transport, healthcare, and technology. Everything looked stylish, but a bit too futuristic and abstract. Kind of like another unnecessary expo similar to the one in Astana. Still, I have to admit, the visuals were top level. After that, we had a walk along the Han River. We went on a boat ride, fed the seagulls, and enjoyed the view.
Oh, fingers!
I think they are cool.
I think so.
I did get a bit seasick, but it was still a really nice experience. Thanks to the institute, I also saw the sea for the first time during a trip to the city of Gangneung on the east coast. We visited the HASSLA Art World Contemporary Art Museum.
Okay, dude, let's go there.
It was fun riding rail carts right by the sea. And when we finally reached the ocean, it was amazing. Endless water, waves, wind, and the smell of salt. The sand is really nice, so soft, so beautiful here. But they are more interested in the stop because it's the BTS stop. I'm seeing a beach at night for the first time. Oh my god, it's so soft. Cold of course, but soft. Into the freezing water.
Can we stay camping here? You want to? Yeah, I want to drink.
And the last trip organized by the institute was Everland Amusement Park in the city of Yongin. Basically the Korean version of Disneyland. To be honest, I tried the rides and that was enough. I almost left my soul there while screaming Russian swear words.
You're recording us. Oh, so soft. It's too cold.
Yeah? My cousins.
Everland at night is something special. Lights, the music, the atmosphere was amazing. Prepare your ass.
Prepare my ass.
Kita memanjang ke wow.
Most of the time, though, I explored on my own. Almost every weekend I went to Seoul, and of course I got there by the Korean subway. Honestly, the system is fantastic. Everything is clearly marked, the trains are clean and not as noisy or literally pissed on as the ones in Prague. There are signs literally everywhere. And my favorite thing, platform screen doors. No worrying about someone falling onto the tracks and better noise isolation. Subway maps are everywhere and they are incredibly easy to understand. Even when I ended up stop on the wrong train, I could always find my way using the maps. This damn line took the wrong turn again. Now I'm in some other city. I don't have much money left on my T-Money card. I need to get back. It just went to some terminal station. What station is this? That bastard showed up. This bastard took me to the wrong place again. I was here. I kept going. I needed to get here, but it suddenly turned and went this way. I decided to take line 7, so I got on again. I took line 7 to here, then it kept going and turned this way. I had to spend money again just to go back. It went over there. And now I'm standing here waiting to finally get to Bukchon. The payment system is simple too. You top up a T-Money card, choose how much money do you want to throw in, and fill it out. Be advised, minimum 1000 won. Don't worry if you overpaid. You will always get the change. Tap the home button and never forget to take your T-Money card back. And one more thing about Korean convenience. You can check your T-Money card balance at almost every bus stop in Korea. And just tap it. The Seoul Subway also reaches nearby cities, so I used it for pretty much everything. My first trip to Seoul wasn't alone, but with my classmates. We went to a dog cafe. I personally prefer cats, but dogs are cute too.
So comfortable.
Please don't shit. It's dangerous actually. Oh.
Look at this one. He's just lying on me.
I know.
In Seoul, there are even animal cafes, where instead of just cats or dogs, you can find all kinds of exotic animals. It was the first time I'd ever seen animals like that.
So beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's posing.
He's looking at
Look at it.
What?
Oh my god. You're really looking at it.
No. Nah. Oppa. No.
Attacked, grabbed my finger. Insadong is a charming tourist street. It's also home to famous poop cafe. It sounds savage, but the coffee and desserts are actually really good. Ate poop and drunk poop. Bukchon is a popular tourist area that has kept its traditional charm. A downhill street with a view like this over the city. Definitely not the endless steps of Astana. People are having photo shoots everywhere. A lot of people rent traditional outfits and take pictures in beautiful places like this. Oh my god, imagine driving down a street like this. I don't envy the drivers at all. That's a Kupang delivery driver. Sometimes it feels a bit cyberpunk when you see an old traditional building with all the modern equipment attached to it.
Wow. Range Rover.
Range Rover.
What? A rabbit? Just don't jump. Think about it first. Is it normal for a rabbit to be running around here? Where did it even come from? Is he following? Man, living here must be amazing. You step outside and get a view like this. You can see the tower from here. The sky looks great today too. These hills are tough though. I still can't get used to them. Anyone else get motion sickness? Yeah, I got motion sickness on the train again. It's hot and humid. No benches anywhere. but it's beautiful. This stuff really annoys me. What is that color? Why is it so ugly? They use this color everywhere. Back in Kazakhstan, we've picked up this same habit of using one-way tinted glass, and it's usually this weird color too. Regular glass would look so much better. What is this? It looks ridiculous. The traditional outfits are beautiful though. And of course, no trash cans. Not just here, by the way. They're like this all over the country. So much character. So beautiful. Gyeongbokgung, the main royal palace of Seoul, built in 1395 during the Joseon dynasty. It was the political heart of Korea for centuries, where kings lived, ruled, and held ceremonies. Now it stands as one of the most iconic historical sites in the city. Myeongdong Cathedral, a neo-Gothic Catholic cathedral. Oh my god. Back then I was still heavily inspired by Europe and was looking for something European in Korea. It made a huge impression on me at that time. But after Prague, Vienna, Budapest, Paris, Krakow, Warsaw, Venice, Rome, the Vatican and Palma, it honestly feels pretty simple now. Yeah, you really get used to good things way too fast. This is what urban development looks like. Such a cozy little street. And it's also barrier-free.
Namsangol Tower.
Look at this beauty. What an amazing view. Astana can only dream of something like this. And yes, there's a Harry Potter cafe in Seoul, 943 King's Cross. Hogwarts-style interior, props, photo zones. I recently watched all the Harry Potter films, by the way. Overrated as hell. The director managed to capture the atmosphere. Sure, the world building and mood are there, but the script is completely broken. Full of plot holes, inconsistencies, how absurd the writing decisions are.
Verdict.
Piece of Hongdae is the most youthful and lively district in Seoul. It's full of parties, cafes, restaurants, clubs, and everything in between. One thing that really stuck with me was a huge arcade building packed with machines. Koreans love games just as much as Japanese people do. Now about clubs. For better or worse, I haven't been to that many clubs there, but honestly, pop club culture is the same everywhere. Europe, Korea, it doesn't matter. Loud, bad music, drunk people. The only club that barely worked for me was a Vietnamese techno club. That's the only place where I actually stayed until sunrise. Now moving on to anime, manga and manhwa. In Korea there is less of it than in Japan, but still way more than in Europe. From what I understand, it's all a mix of manga and manhwa here. Most of it is in Korean anyways, so I wouldn't even bother buying anything. I simply wouldn't understand it. This is Korean manhwa. You can even notice it in the art style. The style is amazing, I really love it. This is Academy. First and second seasons are fine, then it just turns into complete garbage. Pure conveyor belt production. Stylistically, it feels more like manhwa, because manga tends to look a bit rougher. The price is actually pretty good. And then there are DVDs. Who the hell is still buying DVDs in 2022? This is a terrible movie, just absolute trash, not worth watching. And these figurines, they're kind of messed up. What's going on with her legs? Something is seriously off here. And of course, games. One of their absolute favorites is League of Legends. Mine too. So I naturally went to the League of Legends park. There I came across an event where you had to find and collect 3 stamps. And at the end, you could choose a few prints of popular Korean esports teams. I also put on a Teemo hat and took a photo there. Look at this beauty. Just look at it. This is basically a dream of mine coming true. I've always wanted to walk through a city like this at night. Everything is simple but perfect. Dense urban fabric, tall modern buildings, a beautiful city just built properly. Sitting, eating. I think this is something historical. Honestly, I hate reading English transliterations of Korean names.
Baba, Gyeongbokgung
That's much easier than this one. Back in Astana, I used to only see places like this on YouTube. I'd watch random city videos, turn on city sounds, and just imagine I was there. It actually gave me chills. It's crazy how beautiful this is. And this isn't even supposed to be the most beautiful part of Seoul. Oh, by the way, my banana. My tissues. What a beauty. Walking through Seoul at night, looking at the insane architecture, and just feeling safe. Although it's pretty loud because of the cars. This is just an alley. And it's so clean here, cozy, barrier-free. This could have been Astana, but unfortunately, Astana is not even close. That building looks epic. I went to Han River a few times as well. Yeah, it can be a bit dirty in places, but it's huge. I just really like water in cities. It's cold but very beautiful. iPhone's camera is so good, damn.
I don't know what that button is.
Suwon, the closest city to Seoul, greeted us with Janganmun Gate, a massive old fortress gate with thick stone walls and towers. You can actually feel the old Korea vibe there. Suwon itself is interesting because it's not just history, it's a full modern city that just happens to have a huge fortress running through it. This is part of Hwasong Fortress, built in the late 1700s and now a UNESCO site. These stones have seen a lot. The air is very humid, which makes winters feel colder and summers feel especially hot. It's humid, really humid, 30 degrees, no wind at all. It feels like a sauna, brutal sauna. There are rainy seasons here too, when it rains almost every day. Are we gonna cross?
I prefer when it's raining.
Why?
Because there's no mosquitoes.
Ah, yeah. And also it's not so hot, you know?
Yeah, it's not so hot, it's good.
And actually beautiful, like atmospheric.
Yeah, and you can breathe well.
Snow only falls a few times here, and for many foreigners it was the first time they ever saw it. I just woke up, I haven't even washed or eaten anything, and there's snow outside. For many people from warmer countries, this is the very first snow they've ever seen, and they're reacting like kids.
Is it your first snow?
Yeah,
Do you enjoy?
very much. So happy. Nice. Okay, you.
Is it your first snow?
Yeah, it is my first snow. It's so pretty. I love it.
Whoa!
No.
Someone even pulled out a flag.
This is a lot. This is a lot. God, lazy man. You don't put like she puts like I don't know.
And then came the day, the certificate ceremony. These 8 months went by completely unnoticed. I passed my last exam with the highest grade, and as a reward, I didn't get just 1 certificate, but 2. As a prize, the institute also gave me a Razer mouse.
Razer? Bro, I expected less. It's Razer Orochi. I thought it's something cheap. Stickers by Razer and also battery energizer. It's nice. I wanted Bluetooth mouse actually connected. Oh, it works. You see? Nice.
Also, our graduates were given stylish hoodies from Lee, and that's where I made a huge mistake. I left my sweatshirt in Korea. Always check your suitcase twice. Take a photo. All done, we're set. Sitting here, I'm full. We were just writing different things here about different stuff. Everyone's just sitting together. It's for memories.
Look at yourself.
I miss you so much, Dastan. Bizu bizu, tung chung, kiss kiss.
Kiss the camera.
Mwah.
Alright. Goodbye, line 4. This is our last train carriage. Last time in the subway. Goodbye, goodbye. And my final beep. We're exiting the station of the last time. Sanbon Station. There's the Burger King where we always used to eat. This is one of the streets leading to the dorm. That's the vending machine we don't use anymore. We used to go out from here, walk that way just to grab food. Koreans were always smoking right there. In summer we used to sit here and breathe fresh air. Tomorrow we'll see all of this through the car for the last time. And that's it. For a second I remembered our first day here. When we stepped out in bright sunlight, I was standing right here, Mr. Lee lifting our suitcases, and it's closed. And then the day finally came, the day of departure. We were incredibly sad. Even the weather, as if in sync with our mood, turned dark and rainy, the complete opposite of the sunny brilliance that greeted us when we first arrived. So guys, in the end I can say this. South Korea is one of the best countries in the world for me. It's definitely worth visiting. But living there is a different question. It really depends on whether you're ready to face the challenges of studying, working and adapting to a completely different culture and way of life. Right now I live in the Czech Republic. Of course, South Korea is in many ways better than Czechia, even significantly better in some aspects. But for foreigners, Czechia is more convenient. It's easier to study and work, easier to adapt, and life in general is more calm and less stressful. Also, it's Europe, free movement, proximity to other countries, access to European education, and the ability to combine studies with part-time work without the same level of stress as in Korea. I will miss Korea, and I already do. And write in the comments what you think about Korea. Would you want to live there or not, and why? I'm genuinely curious. Hope to see you again. It's 4 a.m. and I can't sleep because I'm done with this. So what you saw is my old script and my correct scenario, correct thoughts, but enough. Enough to be correct, enough to be smart. I want to be true with you, and more I want to be true with myself. It's 3 years in the Czech Republic, and every year I still think if I made a right choice about the country, about my decision to choose Europe instead of Asia. I still miss Korea, I still miss everything I had in 2022, and I'm not happy now. I understand it's more logically and financially correct to be here instead of Asian countries, but I understood one thing. You have to have love to country you're moving to, because otherwise you will not be happy. You may ask why Czechia is such a good country. It's boring. I understand it's beautiful. I understand it's a nice place with less problems, with less stress, but it's still boring and actually racist country. Before the Czech Republic, I haven't feel that much racism towards me. That's crazy, and it's disgusting to feel that. When I see anyone here, I understand he thinks I am different, like typical problems of that. And to be honest, I count every day until my bachelor ends. I didn't want that. I wanted to move to better place. But I understood every country has its own problems, and It's much better to live in that country you love. I have to be here still 2 years, maybe more, but I understand I will not be happy. I'm tired of lying to myself. I'm tired of lying to other people that Czechia is such a good place, it's so nice here, and etc. Inside me, I want to leave this place. That's not a problem of exactly the Czech Republic, because in Europe I know only few countries I would like to live in, I guess, and it's more like modern cities, like the new streets of Paris or Frankfurt, but I wouldn't live there because Frankfurt is dangerous. Warsaw is such a beautiful place, but Polish people there, I love them, but I understand they don't love me. The old Europe is beautiful for trips, for exploring Italy, Spain, Czech Republic. They are nice, but they are old. They are dirty and old. I don't want to live in old place. I want to live in a modern place with skyscrapers. As a person who has interest in architecture, I understand that skyscrapers are a bad thing, but I still love them. I can't do anything with that. I have something I love, I have something I don't, and it doesn't matter if it's right or not. Skyscrapers are not right for cities, but I love them. Leave Czech Republic and choose Japan or Korea is not a right thing. Yeah, it's not smart thing. I watch a lot of videos about Korea, about Japan, and I understand their problems. As I said, you will have to have motivation to deal with those problems. I don't want to deal with Czech problems, but I have to, because I live here and I have to finish my studies. I just wanted to say to you that I just wanted some true stuff, not some correct scenario. So just move to a country you like. If you like Korea, move. Don't think, should I move to Korea or is there a better place? No. If you love Korea, move. Don't think a lot about that, because you will end up like me. In a better place, but with no love inside.